Hey friends, welcome back to Relocate with Kaya. I'm Kaya and I provide online support for families, individuals, and employees moving abroad. I provide them with relocation country-specific resources. And on my channel, I share and discuss my own personal journey of moving from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Johannesburg, South Africa with my wonderful husband, Rich, and our beautiful daughter, Nina. And today, Rich and I will be chatting about an article we read called 10 Tips for Moving Abroad as a Couple. Hopefully you'll be able to get some tidbits out of this conversation to apply to your current situation or kind of to prepare you for your move abroad. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, we are back with Ricardo. And as I mentioned, we are going to talk about an article that I came across just offering 10 tips to help navigate moving abroad as a couple. And I thought some of them were very helpful, and I also thought there were some tips that I could certainly apply to my day-to-day life. So hopefully these will be some things that you can apply to your situation living abroad, or if you're intending on moving abroad. So Rich is going to run down the list. Number one.
Okay, leading off is take time to reflect.
As an individual. So I definitely within the first month I would say I definitely was reflective in talking to friends via Zoom or text. Just what the experience has been like, and of course I'm still in the honeymoon phase, but just sharing the experience of moving and also acknowledging that we did this. I can't believe we did it, but we did it.
Yeah, I think like for me, like every day or every experience is kind of I am doing that. Mm-hmm. It's not really comparing, contrasting like strictly, but it's kind of like, oh, I have in the back of my mind like, hey, where we came from, what it used to be, what it is now. So it's like I'm constantly, thinking in that level of like, hey, what it means to be here.
Yes.
How to make the most of it.
Yeah. No, I think they're like little just day-to-day experiences you're able to reflect on being in a different location. All right, what's number two?
Okay, number two, take time to connect.
Okay.
And this is the couple-based one. So,
yes.
Whereas the first one was like, hey, are you reflecting on where you are? And how are things going for you? Mm-hmm. This one is strictly focused on make sure you're connecting with your partner, yes, because their experience or thoughts may be different from yours, even though you are sharing much of the same experience.
Yes.
So you want to make time and make the effort and open the space to have that conversation.
No, I think that is huge because I know for me personally, since this was my brainchild and my idea, and Rich has been so supportive through this whole process, I definitely get caught up in the gleefulness of being in South Africa, and I forget to check in at times, like what is this experience like for him? So I'm guilty of not doing that enough. That's certainly something I need to work on.
Well, yeah, I'm guilty of the same thing too. I think you just
I make my feelings known how happy I am or how content I am. So you don't even have to ask. But I appreciate you saying that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Number three.
Number three is practice curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this context, this is making sure you go out as a couple and seek out new experiences in your new location.
Yes.
So, whether it's new dining experience, cultural experience, travel experience,
mm-hmm,
just make sure you're actively engaging with the folks and the space where you are.
Yes. And we are successful and not successful at that. So we definitely are constantly trying to find and experience new things in Johannesburg, but we definitely fall short on finding and participating in cultural things. So that is certainly something that we're going to work on, because I'm so curious and fascinated by the history of this country and the people of the country. It's definitely something that I want to learn more about, and I want to expose Nina to. And it's definitely something we have to work on.
Yeah, no, so the interest and the desire and, you know, to actually go out and do these things is there.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to just go out and do things like, oh, we'll check this off the list, and we're not into that. So we want it to kind of be, you know, meaningful in a variety of ways, or fun, depending on what the case may be. But yeah, we definitely want to find more meaningful experiences, and definitely willing to go out and try things. So we're doing pretty good there.
All right.
The next one on the list is develop individual interests. And that is literally just what it says. You know, it's the importance of, you know, whether you've moved abroad or you're back home, you know, daily life, you still want to be able to maintain time and space for your own individual interests. It just makes for a happier individual and a healthier, you know, balance in a relationship.
Yes. So whether you're here or somewhere else, you definitely want to have that outlet for sure.
So we're still working on that.
Yes.
So speaking of individual interests, like it's also a good way to help connect with, you know, the folks in the area. So if you know, we know through other folks who are expats that were into, I think it was swimming or cycling, can't remember. But they were just like, hey, this was a great experience and a great gateway for us to meet people, because like, hey, you go there, you have common interests, you have a group, and then from there you start to form, you know, relationships. So it's also a good way to start making connections.
Yes, no, and I can't stress it enough, the importance of forming community when you live abroad. It can make or break this entire thing. So yes, you definitely want to take advantage of any opportunities that will allow you to connect with people outside of your immediate family.
All right, next up is create comfort. Now this is to design safe spaces and environments that bring you comfort. So I think I'll leave this one to you.
And I will take it. So I love creating a space that feels good for myself, Rich, and Nina. And that starts with the home. Like I try to, any environment that I've ever lived in, it's like, this needs to feel like home. And we were working with a coach / consultant, and she suggested that for Nina, one of the things that you want to do to make the transition for her to move, to help her with the transition, is essentially recreating the environment that she had wherever you're coming from. But for us in Philadelphia, like her bedroom, you want to recreate that where you at your new place. So thankfully, most of the things that Nina had, we were able to fit into duffel bags. And it actually ended up working very well, because once we arrived here and we kind of got her room and everything ready, she was very happy to see these things. So I think particularly for children, it's huge, just bringing, you know, comfort, things that comfort them from your previous life. And also for adults, like we didn't bring very much, but I bought, you know, some pictures and I bought pictures and some records, but just hanging them up and having them around the house definitely creates a homey environment. So if you can put it in a duffel bag, or if you have to ship it, definitely do that. But that's also huge, just creating a space that feels good and also familiar at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. And like, you've done a great job of making wherever we are feel like home. And it's not necessarily bringing big things, but it's just bringing, you know, some small pieces of where we were before. You know, just creating the environment and setting things up in a way that's very warm and homey. Thank you for that. Okay, next up is practice culture keeping. So this is basically saying, like, hey, what parts of your life back for our case in the States, what are you bringing with you? What, you know, family traditions, you know, practices around holidays or what have you, do you want to make and maintain as part of your life?
Yes. So. Yeah. No, we just had an opportunity to kind of take it out for a test run, being here over the holidays. So, you know, Christmas was definitely is one of my favorite holidays, and I would definitely do a lot as far as decorating. So I tried to recreate that here as much as I could in South Africa. And I think what I just realized recently is that you can try to, recreate some traditions that will transfer over, but then also you are going to eventually create your own traditions in this new space. And you definitely should be open to that, because I felt like this Christmas definitely felt different, no matter how much I tried to, set up things in a way that I would have in the States. It still didn't feel the same. And I think you have to be realistic about, even if you try to, bring things from home, things that you've done in your previous life to your new location, that it may not feel the same and it may not look the same, and be okay with that. So that's when there were like certain things that we did. I was like, okay, I definitely want to keep that. Like we always go out to dinner on Christmas Eve, and we did that, and we were so happy that we did that because like in the States, they actually go out on New Year's Eve, and it was Christmas Eve, and there were a bunch of people out. It just felt so nice just being in and around so many people celebrating the holidays. Because Christmas Day was the complete contrast to that. Like it was just us, and we had an opportunity to talk to family and friends via Zoom, which was nice. But I definitely am happy that we were able to be in community on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no, that was definitely good. So yeah, it's just basically
small tangent.
Yeah. No, but it's just saying, like, be intentional of, like, hey, you don't have to leave everything behind, and while you're working, to create your new life and bringing things from the new country, just make sure you have some stuff at home.
Yes.
As it grew on.
Right, and striking that balance.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned Zoom calls. That is the next one. Is keep in touch. So it's just what it says. Like, make sure you are maintaining contact with folks you want to remain close with. Calls, texts, Zoom, which is great. Makes it easy. So,
yes.
Definitely be intentional and available. Keeping in touch with folks.
Yes.
That you want to maintain the bonds with.
Yes, I think we're pretty good about that. Could be a little better, but I feel like once you get here and trying to get settled into life, and then with the time difference being what it is, it makes it a little difficult trying to connect with friends more. It tends to be a little difficult with the time difference and kind of just, experiencing this new place. So I definitely would like to get a little better at that. But that's also huge, particularly, when you're moving with children and your connection is via a Zoom or a WhatsApp call. So that is very important.
Yes.
Okay. So what's next on the list?
Next up on the list is prioritize romance. So as I said, a lot of these could apply whether you've moved abroad or not. It's basically, I think it just highlights the importance of like the relationship. Like you guys are in this new place just by yourselves, usually. It's important to make sure that your bond and marriage and partnership is good.
Right.
So again, it's just saying like, hey, be intentional, make time. We've been lucky enough. We've been able to kind of get the regular cadence on date nights going. That's just us.
Yeah.
It's looked after otherwise. So having some adult time out in the world has been a good experience.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Particularly in a new country, like you need the opportunity because it allows you to reconnect then and kind of, share, how you're feeling about things in this new place. So it's even more important because it literally, like, you are this family unit. So you have to prioritize, the connection with your spouse or your partner. Like that has to be a priority. So yes. We definitely, once we were able to figure out childcare, we definitely have been taking advantage of connecting, having, one-on-one time, which is so nice.
Okay, next up on the list, it says, be gentle with yourselves and remember to celebrate the wins. Now, this one is just emphasizing, like, look, it's a huge endeavor to move to a new country. It's huge. There's good days, bad days. Like you mentioned, we're still sort of in the honeymoon period. Like everything's kind of new, we're figuring it out. But like, be cognizant of the endeavor itself, the effort, and what's worked, and be sure to celebrate the wins.
That's right. Yeah, like I have to, like when days are hard and long, when things can just not work out the way that you want, just know that what you took on was a pretty big deal, and celebrate that, and don't forget and don't beat yourself up when things may not work out the way that you want. You may have this idea in your head of what things are going to be, and then once you get to this place and realize it may be a little different. But yeah, don't. The focus should be on what you were able to accomplish and kind of work through whatever those challenges are.
Okay. And the last one on the list, and again this applies to anyone, any relationship, is just basically like, well, if you are struggling, be sure to reach out for help, whether that's from someone, a friend or family member, or someone professionally. To like, look, make sure you reach out if you are struggling.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Like if this is becoming more than just a bad day, or definitely reach out. Just reach out to someone that can help you work through a process, whatever struggles you're having. So I hope some of this was helpful. I'm definitely going to take some of these tips and, like I said, either apply them or improve upon what I've already been doing, and hopefully you are able to get something out of it. And so we just wanted to share. So hopefully it was helpful. Of course, thank you so much for watching. Hope you'll watch. Hopefully you'll tune in again. Anything else to add? Great. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Bye.